AskReddit buyer M42. Americans, what is something that Europeans have do that makes no sense to you? I'm Canadian, but it's always baffled me that some Europeans consider a half hour's worth of driving a long time. That wouldn't even get me out of the area I'd consider local. Lol. I moved from Germany to the Netherlands. The Netherlands are so small that the longest you could actually drive from one point to another is 4 hours. Otherwise you would cross a border. When I was a child I used to go to my grandparents' house every weekend. They only lived an hour away so the way was short to me. My boyfriend is Dutch and he told me he barely ever saw his grandma growing up because she lived so far away and they never visited her because of the long way. She lived 2 hours away. It's not that it doesn't make sense, but the first time I saw those windows that can be moved a bunch of different ways, you would have thought I was seeing a rabbit being pulled out of a hat. That's how amazed I looked. Tilt and turn windows. https://yahoo.be/LTATBJLCT8S?SIA2KXLVKD3L8L. I don't know if you know this, but many European windows also have a winter mode. When the handle is 45 degrees up, they open up just a tiny bit, 1-2 millimeters, to provide some small amount of air circulation, but not too much to not lose warm air inside. In Germany, apartments don't normally come with a kitchen. It's purchased installed by the tenant. Sometimes you luck out but not usually. Edit. Because this comment blew up, here is an article talking about it. https://alicejordanwrites.com/2018/08/06/apartments-com-with-kitchens-in-Germany/ When we sold our house recently, a German woman viewed it and said this is lovely kitchen. Will be shame to see it go. I was like, go where? She was so excited when I said we weren't taking the kitchen anywhere. Me and my husband were so confused. She thought the house was a real catch because of it and was really shocked when the estate agent said that nobody takes their kitchens with them. Odd. IDK if it's all Europeans but Germans have a real big problem with staring like I owe them money. Also paying to use the bathroom and public spaces. Lol, we do stare a lot. When I went to study in the UK, one of my professors asked me during a tutorial whether he was saying wrong things because apparently I kept staring at him. I didn't even notice it, haha. Edit. Since apparently it's causing a bit of confusion. A tutorial is not the same as a lecture. In a tutorial you're around 15 people in a small room. It's much more intimate and easier to notice if somebody's staring at you, which evidently was not just looking at him to show you're paying attention but much more unnerving. I'm from the Midwest and my family is from the Netherlands. So the society that wouldn't dare offend you in any way and the society that has no problem dropping truth bombs on you. It's rough. Jan Maas is not being rude, he's just being Dutch. Till most of the Europeans here are either UK or Germans. Dutch person here. The ones with the poop shells, D. To all you Italians, why can't I have a cappuccino past noon? Italian here. You can have cappuccino is just weird. We do usually a sweet breakfast and milk in coffee makes sense. After breakfast we usually don't drink milk at all, so if we need coffee, espresso is fine. Why? Probably because that's what was used to do many years ago when you used fresh milk and until the milkman the next day you were out of it. Just guessing though. No AC, sure fine, but then no screens on your windows so all the bugs get in. Not sure if this is all of Europe, but def the UK. Also no top sheets? The screens thing is so fucking weird to me. The no AC forces you to open your windows. I stayed in the French countryside once in the summer. Kept the windows open at night. So many bug bites the next morning. It's not that it makes no sense, but I've always been curious how carbonated water became the default in many places. Sparkling water has been around for a long time. There's wells where the water comes out of the ground naturally carbonated. My British grandma always had a plastic tub in the sink to soak dishes. It seems so weird to have a sink in a sink basically. Portuguese grandma here, and the same. I can't even remember the color, it was always pink. Charging for bathrooms and charging for water at restaurants are both things that I would have expected Americans to do and Europeans be the ones making fun of it. Yes, this was true all over Italy, 50c or €1. These was also an employee's almost every public bathroom to receive your money, and sometimes even wipe down the stall when you're done. They were very clean though. The smoking. I stayed with a host family in France and my 16-year-old host sister smoked like a chimney, as did all her friends. Like, you're so young. Why? That is a very French thing. In my country almost nobody smokes. And absolutely not indoors. The poop shelf in Dutch Belgian toilets. The what? England's fascination with large print flowered wallpaper with various colors that don't go together, especially when you stand in the hallway and see where all the rooms converge. What's with the constant invading of Poland? Poland is in a highly strategic position, connecting Western Europe with Eastern Europe, and it's also a flat ground that's not easily defendable, especially with 1900s technology. It used to be an easy target for authoritarians to take. Now things are different after the Ukraine war, as Poland has requested the biggest weapons delivery ever. Germany is also pulling money into their military. Russia ain't winning this war, that's for sure. I'm from Europe myself, UK, and find it strange some people here have carpet in their bathroom. It's disgusting. I've only seen carpet in the bathrooms in the UK. It makes sense to me, but it still seems marvelous to me that in France, other places I'm sure, but I learned this in French class, it is common to buy groceries every day. You may wake up and go to the bakery for fresh baked bread, or stop by for fresh produce on the way home to make dinner. Yes, having walkable grocery stores nearby makes it easier. It seems so much easier to buy 3-4 days or a week's worth of groceries at a time. If you've ever had French bread, you'll understand. A baguette bought at 7 AM will be warm and delicious, but by 5 PM it will be solid enough to be an offensive weapon. Why you guys like to put bathroom light switches outside the bathroom? It's to do with the electrical regulations over here. Basically, we don't allow electrics within a certain distance of a water source. And by placing the light switch outside, it means the electricity is outside the zone close to the water. It stops people with wet hands getting electrocuted. You are allowed a pull cord light switch inside the bathroom as you're pulling the cord and not actually touching anything with electricity going through it. Edit. I'm referring to UK only. When I posted this I assumed it was a EU thing, but apparently not. Saw that mostly in the UK, having 2 separate faucets for hot and cold water? What the hell lol. Washing my hands was the worst. Not just hot and cold. One is lava, the other is liquid nitrogen. I don't understand cricket and at this point I'm afraid to ask. Edit. My head hurts. This was a bad idea. Going to lay down for a while. Hit ball with stick. Run back and forth between 2 sets of smaller sticks while other team tries to get ball and knock small sticks over. Repeat for several days. WTF is with the stairs in Dutch houses? So steep that you could break your neck in a fall. I get that land is at a premium and you have to build tall, but how many old people and small children have died? Invading my personal space. Especially when standing in a line. I'm sorry, is my commenter close to yours? Another BuzzFeed article coming about this. Washer and dryer in the kitchen. I'm in the US and don't have a washer dryer at all. I'd be ecstatic if they materialized in my kitchen. Solid month of vacation in the summer. Man, I wish we had that in the States. Rent their whole lives. I saw this in Germany. I know it's becoming the norm in the US, too, but it just seemed weird to me the first time I visited 30 years ago that most Germans rented their entire lives and never even thought about buying a house. In Vienna, our deceased friend's daughter just inherited her mom's 3-generation rental, €600 a month for like 2,000 square feet. I find it odd that there are people in the UK who have carpets in their bathrooms. It's horrific. Would you ever in your life put one in yours? The amount of young people that smoke. You are typically much healthier than the average American, but you almost bring your health down to our level by being such heavy smokers. Cigarettes are really going out of style here in the States. Of course, we are getting more and more morbidly obese each year, so we can't judge too hard, but if you Europeans smoked at the same rate we did, y'all would be insanely healthy and make us look even worse, haha. Yeah, we now have Truth Project ads on TV that really play up the health problems. The amputations, started with the big toe and now I have no legs. Or take Terry on the ads. She spoke through an electrolarynx and died 3 days after she first appeared in the video. Smoke. When I went to France I was shocked. It was the only place I felt uncool for not smoking. Lack of public restrooms. McDonald's, KFC, literally any place you can eat or drink just by law also have bathrooms, and they are not allowed to stop you from using them. Need a shit? Find a pub. Job done.